All right, guys, so here we are with the RAM TRX. So it is a TRX style video today, but we're gonna be talking about something that Dodge literally forgot to put in my truck. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. Thanks for pressing play. You can see the RAM TRX behind me because today we're gonna fix something that Dodge literally left out of my build. And odds are good, it's left out of your build too. Let's talk about it. So here we are in the TRX, and we're going to discover something. And if you haven't noticed this yet, I'm about to ruin your TRX for you, because there is something on the 22s, the 23s, and very likely if the 24s exist, they will be missing this as well. And you probably don't even know that it's missing. But like I said, I'm about to ruin it for you. So what we got to do first is make sure the lights are on inside the interior here, because it's not exactly dark enough for this to show up on its own yet. But let's take a look here. So the driver's side door, nothing looks out of place here, but if we come into the actual door handle area, you can see we got a little light up there. We come into the mid pocket here, we got a little light there. And then ultimately the bottom pocket here, there is a light bar that runs all the way along there. You can see that is a light right up in there. Now, where things get interesting is in the back doors. So when we open up the back door, same kind of thing. We got a light right up there in the door handle, and here in the mid pocket, wait a second, no light. Now you may be saying to yourself, well, Justin, that's fine that there's no light there, who cares? Well, it's not that simple, because there's actually supposed to be a light there. Yeah, let's take a closer look. This time with the flash on, you can look in here, and sure enough, there's the cutout. That's where the light is supposed to go. Now, again, the 21s, they have a light there. The 22s and the 23s do not. Cost savings? I don't know. But ultimately, we bought the lights. You can actually still buy them directly from Dodge. They cost about 35 bucks. And if you have a 22 built early enough, mine was built in April, I should have all of the wiring and everything back there. All I have to do is plug in that light and it will be good to go. Now, this is one of those things that once you know, I couldn't get it out of my freaking head. Obviously, I don't sit in the back of my truck while driving or anything, but I know this is there and I know it's missing, and I just had to fix it. So if you're like me, I will link everything in the description down below for you to fix this on your 22 or 23. But again, let's take a look at the lights here. Without the flash, there is the door handle light. Here's where the light, the mid pocket should be. And then again, the light bar that runs across the bottom of the door here. Now these are all kind of like ambient lighting. I have all my lights turned on right now, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Now obviously the same applies to that door. The only doors that it doesn't apply to is the front doors, because they do have all three lights. So door handle, mid pocket, and then the light bar at the bottom. So, by now you're asking, well, how do we fix this, Justin? Let's talk about it. Here is the fix. Now, like I said, these are OEM. They're right from Mopar, and this is the part number you're gonna want right there. So 68291943AC. Now, in here, I bought two of them and just put them both in the same box, so you will need two of these. Obviously, one for the driver's side, one for the passenger side. This is it. That is all there is to it. So this whole assembly will basically clip into the door panel and then plug into the stock power right there. You can see that little LED is what's going to put the light into that mid pocket. So you can see this kind of slides down into a pocket, pushes forward, gets a little screw right through that screw hole, and then the power gets connected to the back to thus give us all of the lights that we were supposed to have. Mopar trying to rip us off of our beautiful LED lighting at night. I don't really know exactly what the deal was. Nonetheless, it's a relatively easy fix. So those of you with the 22s or 23s, you are literally missing parts on your truck. Now, let's go ahead, pull the door panels off. I want to show you how to get the door panel off and exactly how to get this thing hooked up. That way all of you can do it on your truck as well. Now, we've showed the part number for the new LED that's going to go in the mid pocket on the door on the TRX, but there's something a little bit more. I want to tease something towards the end of this video. I am looking to get new wheels on the truck, and I'm going to kind of tease what's coming, so stay tuned for that, because I'm curious what your thoughts are. I actually have 3 different colors of wheel to choose from, and I'm curious what you guys think would be the best look on this truck. So stay tuned for it at the end, and let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on the look and the color for this truck, because it is something totally different than what you've seen before. This is a different wheel. I guarantee you have not seen this on a TRX, or maybe not on any truck before. So here we go, guys. We're going to go ahead and start the removal process of the door panel on the back. So this is obviously right underneath the grab handle. Here is where we're going to be replacing that LED. But first we got to get to the exposed bolts. So right here is an access panel, and right here is an access panel. So we need to use a trim tool of some kind to pop that panel off, to remove the bolts, and then you basically just pop the panel off. Got it. All right, so after the door handle one is removed, we have this one here, which again, you have your little access hole right up in here, so you can take a pick or your choice of tools and just kind of pry it out, just like that. Looks like 10mm bolts we're gonna have to remove. So with these bolts out, what we're gonna do is actually start right here. We're gonna come right back here. There's a little bit of a lip. You can grab the door handle and just kind of yank. There's no real science to this. You just yank it. There you go. Got one started. Now just put your finger in there and pull it along. So as you saw there, it does take two grown men to pull these door frame or these door panels off. Behind here, we do have a couple of different connections. Number one is going to be this one right here, is for the door handle. And then the second one up there in the front is for the actual lock. The only electrical connection looks like that has to be disconnected is right here. So we'll just remove that. Let's go ahead and get the door handle off first. You can just pop it right out of the place here. We'll pull it out here, slide it through, and then there's a little slot you can pull it up and out of. So that way the door handle is off. Same kind of thing for the lock up in the front. That comes out super easily. Now this is the switch, which actually might be easier to pop up through. There you go. Now with that popped up through, you can just disconnect it from the backside versus going up underneath. And then we're free. There's what the back passenger side door looks like without a panel on it, if you guys were wondering. There's really only two electrical connections that have to come off. One right there for the window switch, and then one a little bit higher up appears to be the power for the lights we're working on. So other than that, it comes off pretty easily. You do need to pull with quite a bit of force to get it removed, but once it's off, it's not too bad. On the back side of the 2022, my truck was built in April of 22. I do in fact have the extra connector for the light that's going to go right here. So that's going to fill in that little hole that we've pointed out a couple times now. This is the product number for the harness that I have, 402AD, which means basically that I am going to have that third connector. They do start putting a different harness in here that has a different part number that does not include this third electrical connector. So if you don't have that, you would have to buy the entire harness as well, which is really, really unfortunate. I don't know what the heck they're thinking removing this, but again, if that hole was filled in, this wouldn't be a big deal, but it's just my OCD kicking in. I know there's supposed to be something there. I have to do it. So we'll just undo the fabric tape that they have on it, which again is really weird that they would have gone through the effort to tape this thing back instead of just putting the freaking light in there. Now, one other thing I'm noticing is I'm not going to have the screw that we need to put the LED light in there, but we'll figure something out. I have a couple extra screws around the garage. So there it is. Underneath that piece of fabric tape, sure enough, another electrical connector. So again, the harness is what was plugged in to the door of the truck, runs from all the way up to the door handle, down to the mid pocket, and then ultimately down to where you would put your cup holders for that light bar at the bottom. So very strange that you would have to go through all of this, but I guess it is what it is. Now here is the LED light that I've showed you guys a couple times. Again, the part number will be in the description down below if you're interested in grabbing these. They weren't super expensive, so it's not like you're gonna break the bank doing this, but the install is as easy as this. Right there and right there, you're done. So this will just have to get screwed in, which I'm gonna figure out in a second. And then this electrical connector will plug into the back side of it, and that's it. So I found this 7mm bolt just kind of hanging around the garage. It will work. Like I said, it just slides in at the bottom and then you screw it in up at the top and it is ready to go. So just like that, solid in there. Then we'll take the connection, wrap it around, plug it in right here. Satisfying clip and everything. So that's it. Now we're ready to reinstall the door panel, and this whole project is done. And of course, guys, the promised sneak peek of the wheels to come for the truck. These are the 3 finishes. One of these are getting installed on the truck very soon. So yeah, let me know which option you think in the comment section down below. Option 1, 2, or 3. One of them is getting installed a little bit closer up. Option 1, option 2, or option 3. Like I said, one of them is definitely getting installed. All of the details of these wheels to come in the future video. So one more time, guys, on the driver's side rear door, we have it off already. Same kind of thing as the passenger side rear. This is the light again, just so you know what it looks like. And right here is the taped up connector. Go ahead and untape that again. Kind of just to show you how this light goes in with that little prong at the bottom. Just slides in and then pushes forward to screw it into place. All right, guys, so we got the door panel put back on. The lights are, they're all 3 on, but they're pretty dim during the day. You can see that one's on. This mid pocket one is on. And of course the lower drink one is on. I'll show them at night as well. All right, guys, and finally we are out here at night so you can get a better idea of the fact that this is all done. So door handle, mid pocket with our new light. Look at that. And then of course the light down under where the cups would go. So we got that on both back doors now. If we look over here, you can clearly see that's going as well. That's all there is to it, guys. Super easy to install, but one of those things that I'll leave it up to you as to whether or not you need it. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for the video. So if you liked what you saw, please smash the thumbs up button. Let me know you're liking the content. We'll keep doing this kind of TRX stuff for you. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will catch you guys in the next upload.